Hello students, now we are going to perform analysis for the basic radical detection, salt number 2, identification of 2 cation, or you can say basic radical from the given mixture, and I am explaining you detection for the radical in salt number 2 for the basic radical detection. Okay, now here already we have explained you there are various cations that may be there. We are giving you basic radical having 2 cation. Okay, so out of all these cation you are supposed to detect 2 cation. Okay, since there are mixture of a 2 salt, therefore you are able to get 2 cation in your mixture. And with this procedure, okay, preliminary test, dry test, preparation of OS, detection and analysis of group, confirmatory test or CT, we are able to get 2 radical or 2 cation that are present in our mixture. Okay, so already you may have seen a video for the detection of a radical in the copper and ammonium salt. And in the same way we are going to perform this mixture. Okay, so let's start with a preliminary test. Okay, here you are supposed to observe the color of the salt. Now here, okay, now look at this salt. You might be observing yellowish brown or a slightly brown color of the mixture. Now match the color with the observation that are given in the color of for the color test: dark brown, blue, purple, flash, green, white. Okay, now you can see here there is an observation dark brown which is matching with your color of the salt. Okay, therefore you can write, okay, since your color of the salt is dark brown, Fe+3 or ferric salt may be there in a given mixture. Okay, now next you are going to perform, you are going to detect nature of the salt. Okay, now always we provide you crystalline salt which are water soluble. You can check them by dissolving, okay, slight amount of the salt in water. Okay, so you will take small amount of your salt in a test tube. Okay, add near about 1 to 2 ml of water to that, shake the test tube slightly, and you will see whether you are able to dissolve your salt completely in the aqueous solution or in water. Now here you can observe your salt is getting dissolved in water completely 100%. Therefore this is your water soluble, or you can say crystalline salt. Okay, therefore you will write for the nature your salt is having crystalline or water soluble nature, and this whole observation you are going to write. Okay, we do not provide you in 12th standard amorphous or any hygroscopic salt. Okay, so always whenever you are provided with the detection of the radical, always nature will be having observation crystalline. Okay, now let's start with the next test, dry test for the basic radical. First is the heating of your salt in a completely dry test tube. Okay, so here we are having the completely dry test tube. In this dry test tube we are going to heat small amount of this salt. Okay, so take near about 0.5 gram of the salt approximately with the help of the spatula. Okay, and heat this in a oxidizing flame on a burner. Okay, now come here. Whenever you are going to perform this test, here you may have a possibility of getting more than one observation. Most of the time whenever you perform any test, okay, in that test you are able to get only one observation, but in a heating in a dry test tube you may be able to get more than one observation. Okay, now here you are supposed to observe two things: bottom of the your salt, bottom of the test tube, and wall of the test tube. Okay, now heat it and observe at the both the part. Okay, wall of the test tube and bottom of this test tube, that means salt. You are supposed to observe the color of the salt, changes in the color of the salt. Okay, initially color of the salt was brown, and here you are able to get white sublimate. Any deposition of the on the test tube wall is called as a sublimate, and here you are getting white color sublimate. Okay, and you can also look at color of the salt. It was initially brown and it is getting converted to slightly black. Okay, now come here and look at the observation table. Heating in a dry test tube, we are getting this observation, a white sublimate. Second number observation, therefore ammonium ion may be present, and we are also getting colored residue where initially it was brown in color and now it is turning black on heating. Okay, so it was brown color when it was in cold condition and becoming black in a hot condition. Therefore ferric ion may be present. Okay, so here you are getting rough idea. You may be having ammonium ion and ferric ion in your salt. Okay, now let's go with the next test. The next test you are going to perform sodium hydroxide test for the detection of ammonium ion use salt. Okay, we do not perform charcoal cavity test. Okay, now third number test, sodium hydroxide test. For that test we will take slight amount of your salt in a test tube. Here you are not supposed to take a dry test tube. We are supposed to take dry test tube only for the test number 1. For remaining test you can take your clean test tube only required. There is no requirement of dry test tube. Okay, now here we are supposed to take mixture and sodium hydroxide solution. So we have already taken mixture in a test tube. We are going to add near about 1 to 2 ml of sodium hydroxide. After adding 1 to 2 ml of sodium hydroxide, okay, try to smell this whether you are getting smell of ammonia. If not, then you can heat it slightly. And you can smell. I am getting smell of ammonia. Okay, now apart from this test, in case you are not able to get distinct smell of ammonia, अगर clear नहीं है, okay, in that case you will use turmeric paper. So here we are having the turmeric paper. Moist it with the water, slight amount of water, and keep at the mouth of the test tube in this manner. Okay, now after keeping this moist turmeric paper on the mouth of test tube, you are going to heat it gently, slowly. Now if there is a ammonia gas, then it will evolve from the bottom of the test tube from the reaction mixture and will have a contact with the moist turmeric paper which is present at the mouth of the test tube. If it is present, then will turn your turmeric paper brown. Okay, here you can notice the changes in the color of the turmeric paper. Initially it was yellow in color. Now with the heating it will turn brown. Okay, you can see it is turning slightly brown. Okay, okay, now since your turmeric paper is turning brown, so you can write here observation: moist turmeric paper turns brown, ammonium ion may be present. Okay, now you can see ammonium ion observation are repeating twice. So you can say in your salt you might be having ammonium salt or ammonium radical. Now next, flame test we do not perform for the if we are having ferric ion. So we are not going to perform this. Directly go for the preparation of original solution. Now for the preparation of original solution, we prepare concentrated solution of your salt. Take a large amount of your salt, okay, in a test tube and dissolve near about in half test tube of water, or you can say 5 to 6 ml of water. This will be your original solution to perform wet test, or you can say further test. Okay, now this is your original solution. We are going to perform remaining test with this solution. Okay, now first we are going to start with a detection of a group 0. Okay, analysis of group 0. So analysis of group 0, you can I am not going to perform this. Already you have performed in the basic radical 1 mixture. Okay, so same tests are there. I am only going to explain you. If you are going to take your OS and add sodium hydroxide, then you will be having evolution of ammonium gas which will turn your moist turmeric paper brown. Therefore you will be having ammonium radical. Ammonium radical are present in group 0, therefore you will write group 0 present. Okay, now for ammonium ion you are supposed to perform 2 CT. First we are going to perform this CT. OS plus Nestless reagent, here you will be able to get brown precipitate, and since we are getting brown precipitate of mercury 2 amido iodine, therefore ammonium ion confirmed. Okay, next it is that you can perform is OS plus picric acid. Here you are able to get yellow precipitate, that will also tell you that ammonium ion confirmed. Okay, so that is your analysis of group 0. Now after this, okay, analysis of group 0 tells you that out of the two basic radicals that you are having, you might be having in your mixture, one is ammonium ion. Okay, and therefore you are supposed to now look for the second radical. Okay, now for the detection of second radical, first we find out from which group, okay, it will belong. Okay, so for the detection of the group of the second radical, we are going to perform all these tests in a sequence manner. Okay, so first we will perform this test, OS plus dilute HCl. Okay, take a one clean test tube, transfer near about 1 ml of your original solution. Okay, and add 1 ml of dilute HCl in that. Now look at the observation. Okay, OS plus dilute HCl, here you are having two possible observation, white precipitate and no precipitate. Now here we are getting observation number 2, no white precipitate, therefore we are going to write group 1 absent. If you are getting precipitate, then you are going to write precipitate group 1 present. But since we are getting observation number 2, there is no any precipitate, there is only coloration but no precipitate, there is no any thick you can say curdy thing present in the test tube, therefore you will write no white precipitate, group 1 absent. Now since group 1 is absent, we are supposed to detect group 2. Now for the detection of group 2, okay, you can see here, okay, initial reagent are same, OS plus dilute HCl, we have already that in this test tube, we are having that in this test tube, therefore we are not going to prepare any new test tube for the second test. We are going to add hydrogen sulfide gas in the same test tube of the you can say test number 1. Okay, now I am adding hydrogen sulfide. Okay, now since we are not getting any precipitate for the, you can say, in a group 1 test, now we are going to have a detection for the group 2. For the detection of group 2, we require OS and dilute HCl. So we are going to take near about approximately 1 ml of the OS. In that we are going to add hydrochloric acid, approximately 1 ml. Okay, and then third thing we require hydrogen sulfide. Okay, so I am having hydrogen sulfide here. Wait, so we are going to add hydrogen sulfide. Now on addition of hydrogen sulfide, okay, we are not having any change. Okay, we are not getting any precipitate. So OS and dilute HCl on addition of hydrogen sulfide is not giving a okay precipitate. So look at the observation, black or yellow precipitate, we are not having precipitate, and there is no black precipitate, or you can say there is no any precipitate, therefore group 2 will be absent. Okay, now since group 1 and group 2 is absent, we will go for the detection of group 3. Okay, now reagent that required for the group 3 detection, OS, ammonium chloride salt, okay, and ammonium hydroxide. So let do this test. Take 1 ml of the original solution OS, add near about, here we are having ammonium chloride salt, add near about 0.5 gram of the ammonium chloride approximately to make this solution alkaline, and we are going to add ammonium hydroxide. Okay, so OS, ammonium chloride and ammonium hydroxide will make your solution alkaline, and this is your reagent for group 3 detection. Now you can observe we are having formation of a gelatinous brown precipitate. Okay, now look at the observation of group 3, white gelatinous or precipitate or a reddish brown precipitate. Here we are able to get reddish brown precipitate. Okay, that means group third aluminum or ferric ion may be present. Okay, we are not having this observation no precipitate. Okay, we are having precipitate, therefore group third is present. Now since group third is present, so we can say second radical will be from group third, and we are going to detect that okay, this may be either aluminum or iron. We are going to differentiate this by performing analysis of group third. Okay, now look at the search for the analysis of group third. This is a group 1 analysis, group 2 analysis. Here we are having analysis of group third, and in that you may be having probable cation, aluminum ion and ferric ion. Okay, now perform all these tests. Okay, so you can look, first test is very much similar to the test you have performed in the group detection, OS, ammonium chloride and ammonium hydroxide, and already there we have got reddish brown precipitate. Okay, now no, it is not required to perform it again because it is your same reagent, same combination, and you will be getting same observation, reddish brown precipitate. Since we are having reddish brown precipitate, ferric ion is present. In case we are getting white precipitate, then aluminum will be present. Okay, since we are getting reddish brown precipitate, ferric ion is present, and we are going to perform CT for the iron or ferric ion. Okay, now here they have written above solution, but we are going to take original solution or OS. Okay, to the OS we are going to add okay, this reagent K4FeCN6. Okay, so take a clean test tube. In that add near about 1 ml of your original solution. Add your CT reagent K4FeCN6. Okay, potassium ferrocyanide. And look at the observation. Here we are getting, you can see we are having bluish coloration, Persian blue or bluish coloration. You can look at the observation. Okay, Persian blue precipitate or color, we are having bluish color, blue coloration, therefore ferric ion confirmed. Okay, you can perform one more CT OS, and you are going to add ammonium cyanide, ammonium thiocyanide. Here instead of ammonium thiocyanide we are using potassium thiocyanide. Okay, same observation we will be getting with the potassium thiocyanide also. So let's perform second CT for the iron. Take 1 ml of your original solution. Okay, in your handbook they have given ammonium thiocyanide, but we are going to take this reagent potassium thiocyanide. We are having this. You are able to get same observation, same test. On addition of this, look at the observation. You can see here there is a formation of a solution which is looking like a blood coloration है यहाँ पे. Okay, you are having reddish coloration which is looking like a blood. Okay, and look at the observation. This original solution, and for KCNS we are adding potassium thiocyanate, and we are getting blood red coloration, ferric ion confirmed. So after this we are having total 2 radical confirmed. In the 0 group we have confirmed ammonium ion, and here in group 3 we have confirmed ferric ion. So this will be your these will be your 2 radical that are present in basic radical mixture 2. Okay, look, you can write the result. Okay, result is written over here. The given inorganic mixture contains following 2 radical. First will be from your 0 group ammonium ion. You can write name of cation ammonium. Here you are having Fe+3, or you can write the name ferric ion.
Hi students, so now let us go ahead with the basic mixture number 3. Okay, basic mixture number 3. See, look at this. Now this is your mixture, third mixture. The first mixture was bluish green, second was brown, and the third is completely white. So this is your mixture number 3. We need to identify it. We are not showing you all the tests because already you have seen most of the tests in first and second mixture. So only the tests which are different from the previous salt, only those we will show you here. Okay, so now let's go ahead. As you can see the color mein you will write the white, the last observation, because our mixture is white. So Mg, NH4, Pb, Al, there are many white color cations, so you will note down all. Nature is always crystalline, as we told you. Okay, so these are the preliminary tests. Let's go ahead with the next. Now, heating in a dry test tube. Here you will get formation of white sublimate, that is NH4. Only this observation you will find here, that is formation of white sublimate, NH4+. Charcoal cavity we don't perform. NaOH, you know we will get because NH4 is always present in all three mixtures. So here you will get NH4 present. So when you add NaOH into the mixture, you will get the ammonia gas evolving out. If you perform the flame test, you won't get any observation. In this mixture, for flame test, if you do the flame test, there is no color change of the flame. Okay, so you will write no observation because you are not getting any color. Okay, then you will prepare the OS out of it. After that, analysis of zero group. Okay, I'm just preparing the OS. So we are taking our mixture and prepare a concentrated OS solution. Okay, so this is your OS. You can use the above solution. See, there are certain salt which is not yet dissolved, so keep it like that. You will use the above solution for the performing of next test. So with the OS, you will perform the test for zero group, that is NH4 first. Okay, here the first test we perform, here you will get the ammonia gas, as you know zero group is present. Then you will perform the CTs for NH4, OS plus Nessler reagent, and then OS plus picric acid. Both of them you will get it present because you know NH4 is present. Now you will go ahead with the group detection. Here, as if you perform the first test, you won't get any PPT, so you will write no white PPT, group 1 absent. In second also, when you perform this test, OS plus HCl plus H2S, you won't get any black PPT, so you will write group 2 absent. Then you will do the third test, OS plus NH4Cl plus NH4H. This I will show you how you will perform. Take OS, add small amount of NH4Cl into it, and then you will add NH4OH. Now you will see here you can see white gelatinous PPT. Remember there are two words, white curdy PPT, white gelatinous PPT. Here you are getting white gelatinous PPT. If you observe it carefully, you will have a gelatinous type of PPT. This says group 3 is present. This says group 3 is present. So now as I got to group 3, I will do the analysis of group 3. Okay. Now here you can see the analysis of group 3. First test we have already performed, OS NH4Cl plus NaOH. I got white gelatinous PPT that says Al plus 3 present. So as I know Al plus 3 is present, I will do CT only for Al plus 3. Here, instead of that above solution, you will simply take OS. You will take the OS. And in that OS, you will add NaOH solution. In that OS, you will add NaOH solution and then warm. Okay, OS I have added. In OS, I have added NaOH. And now I am warming it. There is no need to even warm. You can see the white gelatinous PPT. If in case you are not getting, then only go and warm. You can see the white gelatinous PPT. That says Al plus 3 must be confirmed. Now, if you add excess of NaOH in the same thing, if you add excess of NaOH, even that white PPT you will find it is dissolved. Okay, see, when I am adding more and more NaOH, that white PPT, gelatinous PPT is getting dissolved. Slowly it is dissolving. That is proving that Al plus 3 must be confirmed. Okay, so likewise, you have got the second radical also. First radical you got NH4 plus, second radical you got Al plus 3. So in the result, you will write down both the radicals, that is NH4 plus 1 and Al plus 3. Okay,